Hi Gary, my name's Jonathan Bright. I'm from Southerly. We're a content creation agency. We tweet
Good timing.
Yeah,
hire this man.
We tweet at Hello Southerly, by the way. Basically, I read this morning that the ideal amount of hashtags in a Twitter post should be 5 hashtagged words, which I thought was pretty insane. I think that the power of Twitter is pretty unharnessed at the moment still, in my opinion. I just wondered, from your perspective, what you think companies, businesses are doing wrong with Twitter, and what direction is content going with Twitter? Are we going more hashtags, less hashtags, you know?
The 5 hashtag thing is interesting, right? Because I have a lot of data. First of all, any report and data can tell you any story somebody wants to tell, right? You can force any story. You know, there's a lot of reasons to use hashtags. You know, I think Instagram, from my data, shows more hashtags on Instagram tend to over-index than more hashtags on Twitter. Twitter's got several things that make most people struggle with it. Number one, Twitter's the only social network. Everything else is a content platform, right? I mean, remember Facebook fan pages remember 3 years ago, a Facebook fan page that if you left a comment on somebody's wall, a brand or a page, it was the first thing you saw when you landed on a Facebook page? That's long gone. You can't even find the comments anymore with the way Facebook has made it. They want to be a content play, right? So because Twitter's the only true social network, it's the place to act the most human, which is the biggest problem at hand. I think twitter.com/search is the most important site for everybody. I mean, the fact that the lovely lady right before you can search every day for people in the UK or anywhere she sells the word dildo and find people that are an opportunity for her to do business with, I think is fascinating. I mean, people are sharing information, maybe not that information as much as maybe that they're drinking wine or champagne or running, but we're living in a world where people are sharing, it's consumer insights at scale. I still think twitter.com/search for every entrepreneur and small business is the single most important website on the entire internet. I really do. It's the place where you can start a base by jabbing and not right hooking. The biggest thing people are making a mistake on, Twitter doesn't have an algorithm like Facebook does for the best content. Twitter is noisy as hell. There's so much stuff going on that people follow more people. I mean, the amount of people you follow on Twitter right now that you don't care about is stunning. But you're not gonna take the hour to unfollow. It's just the way we do things. We don't purge. It's not one of our habits. It's like privacy. It's something we don't do. It's why Facebook had to create an algorithm they used to call EdgeRank. Now they're not calling it that, but that's why it exists. So to me, one of the biggest things that you need to do is, I think Twitter is the biggest jab platform. I think you need to engage with people, you need to respond to people, you need to be a counter puncher. You need to listen to other people talking and jump in, because it's the only place you can do that. There is no social network that a sex toy company can jump in and have a conversation with somebody, because you don't get to see people talking to you unless you follow them on every other platform, right? I mean, we have to understand this. It's a very big variable. So Twitter is very much a response place. Twitter wants to be in the content game because that's where the money is. So Twitter's gonna ruin itself to some degree, in my opinion, because now Twitter cards, you know, how do you storytell on Twitter? You know the dimensions of the mobile pictures, and I mean, the amount of people that have Fortune 100 companies putting out photos on Twitter that don't fit in the imagery in a mobile device, I mean, that's what this is about. Or like, for the people that read this, posting at the wrong time. I mean, if you're gonna post at 9 o'clock in the morning in the US on the Eastern time, and most of your customers are in San Francisco and it's 6 o'clock in the morning, I see this shit all day long. It's crazy, it's ludicrous. So, especially fun to talk about it here because I've seen some London-based businesses that I'm involved in that 85% of their business is in the US, but they're posting on social media 9 to 5, convenient to how they work, when their customers, I mean, it's stupidity. It's early. It's early. Twitter's gonna become more of a content play. Where Twitter gets interesting is it's very mobile, right? It's very mobile, and Twitter cards can get interesting. What I'm excited about is the notion of creative that says if you retweet this if this gets 100 retweets, it unlocks a coupon that you can scan at register. There's some fun gamification, but I agree with you. I think Twitter's very under at this point, but I also am concerned that the product team there isn't making the right adjustments. When I heard one of my brands paid $400,000 for a web experience, when I know how much it cost Foursquare to build fucking Foursquare, not some dumb fucking landing page, I shit my pants. So like if I put you on Snapchat and it gets you a ton of press and that helps you get a better relationship with your biggest customer, wasn't that a good reason to do it? Everybody's just too black and white. The world is gray.